On this episode, we're going to talk about being full-time liveaboards is a lot like having a vacation almost every day of your life, except for the part where we're still working. So we can't just go run the boat to a sunnier place when the weather turns on us. That means that we have to hop on a plane to be able to go get some vitamin D and some sun.
Yes.
And that's what this episode is going to be about. We'll talk about what does it take to prep the boat? What are the considerations you have to think of, versus what a house is like? So join us on this episode as we walk through all of those items, as well as take you on our trip.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for our upcoming episodes.
Join us on the Elli-Yacht as we realize our 5-year plan with the kids. Grown up, moved out, graduated from college. We take the dog, sold everything, and kitted out the boat so we can cruise the Pacific Northwest, all while living and working in the heart of Seattle. Leaving a boat is a little different than leaving a house. We have a list. We have a lot of lists. So things that we have to take into account is closing the portals. You leave one of those open, get rain in the boat, tie down the dinghy cover. If you want to have your dinghy cover when you come home, especially if it's windy, we've had friends that have lost theirs, so we just go through and put some marine bungee cords on them that don't rust, a little bit of stainless steel. It's totally worth its weight in gold. AC panels. So we'll turn off the hot water, we'll turn off all of the air handlers, which is our heating and air conditioning. We'll go through, we'll shut off all of the petcocks on the engines, as well as the air conditioning units, so God forbid strainers wouldn't freeze, break, sink the boat. Things that don't happen in a house. But we will leave the petcock open on the generator, because if we lost power on the dock, the genset will kick on when the batteries get low enough. We let the genset be able to be our backup system. So we do leave that on. Creates a little bit of risk, but it's something that we're willing to accept. Life is about taking risks. We leave recirculating little heaters on as well. We'll leave one up here in the salon. We have one down below as well. It just keeps the air moving. We have a bilge heater that we'll leave on as well, just in case we get a cold snap. Turning off the water on the dock. That's a big one. Generally speaking, we try to turn it off every time we leave the boat, because they have this pressure valve within the boat that the city water is connected to. If that breaks when you're gone, it's a super fast and easy way to, again, sink your boat. We have 3 bilge pumps. They're high capacity, but they probably can't keep up with the water pressure that we have here. So that's something we'll make sure that we always do. Checking the Victron remote monitoring. So I'll check on my phone to make sure that everything's up and running on the Victron, and I can keep an eye on all the electrical demand. I can turn on the genset from Mexico or wherever we might be and keep an eye on things from a power standpoint as well. So we're never guessing, have we lost power in the marina, or are there any issues with the battery system? We charge up all of our batteries on our security cameras, make sure we can just keep an eye on the boat. Oh, I turned down the amperage on the draw from the dock. So just to make sure we never trip the breaker when we're gone. I don't even want to chance it, so I just draw down the amperage. Instead of 48 amps that we can draw on this dock, because it's got a great electrical system, we take it down to 42, just gives us some buffer so we don't trip a breaker, and then start that cycle of having to use the batteries and the genset. Other than that, we turn off any of the lights that might create a draw or create a hazard, and the boat should sleep pretty well. But we tap a friend, we ask some folks in the marina, keep an eye on the boat, just to make sure that it's safe, no one's getting on it, and we've got a lot of eyes on this dock. And in other marinas that we have friends as well that have a good perspective on the boat. So the nice part is, no matter what, we have somebody keeping an eye on the boat, just like you would your house when you're gone.
We're in a good spot.
We are.
You ready for some sun?
Yeah, thank God. It is time.
It is time. Just need to get on that plane.
Looking forward to it.
Yay.
That's a smile.
Smile. Can't you see? Ready to start this vacation?
Yeah.
We grabbed a taxi and headed to the resort. We're here in Paradise, which is Nuevo Vallarta.
It's our favorite.
It's our favorite. Come down at least once a year. They do have a marina right behind the resort.
Yeah. During the off season, it's 41 cents a day. On season, it's 81 cents a day. So not necessarily cheap, but we're gonna check out the rates for like monthly. See if it's even cheaper. That'd be
Maybe
perfect.
someday we'll take our boat from Seattle all the way to Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, It's not a bad run. Right time of the season.
Goals, gotta have goals.
That's right. And to give you context to the scale of this marina, this is about a 140-footer sitting outside of the breakwater, dropping their dinghy. And here they are in their slip, and they have about 20 feet left at the end of that slip. It's not even an end tie, so pretty sizable slip.
One thing that is unique about this beach are the sea turtles. They come up out of the water, dig a hole, lay their eggs, then cover it back up and head back to the ocean. And then in about 60 days, they all hatch and make their way to the ocean. Some of them get going the wrong direction though.
So we talked about how we joined a yacht club. Now, yacht clubs can conjure a lot of things in people's minds, like kind of being snobby.
Can be.
Yeah, and there are those. However, the one that we joined is Queen City Yacht Club. Started 116 years ago, a long time ago, over in Seattle, and it was made to be the working man's yacht club. So people that got their hands dirty in bringing yachting and boating to all of those people in a group, being safe and looking out for each other, which was kind of cool. That was our jam. There's also pretty cool parts about yacht clubs. They call it reciprocal, which means you can go to other yacht clubs and for near free, you can stay at that yacht club in their moorage. And one of the things that adds up in time with any boat is moorage and staying at places doing those things. So if you want to be able to travel the world, it's kind of a big deal. It's actually a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah. So tonight we are here in Puerto Vallarta and we get to enjoy the yacht club here because it's part of the reciprocal. So we're gonna have dinner and enjoy that.
Come with us. Check out what a yacht club is like.
We'll
if you've never been to one, because we have to be honest with you, we've never been in a yacht club.
We haven't even been in our own yacht club yet.
True.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
So we're exploring.
That's right. So come on,
Let's go.
see what you think. We had a wonderful time at the Vallarta Yacht Club, had a great meal. We even found our Bilge. Learning about headwinds and tailwinds. No way. They're small. Get it? Boom. I have to admit, in all my years being on the water, I've actually never seen a live sand dollar. Carlin found this one, flipped over by the waves, flipped it back over, and it started doing what sand dollars do. Now it seems like everywhere we look, we see sand dollars.
Another one. They're kind of like butterflies.
Wow, I've never seen any of that. It looks like a paw print.
I know, that's what I thought, but it doesn't go away with the waves.
After spending our first full day on the beach, we wrapped up and got ready to head down to the romantic district in Puerto Vallarta. We headed to Old Town to Margarita Grill, where they fix salsa and guacamole right at your table.
Looks amazing.
Enjoy. Perfecto. Muchas gracias. Once the margaritas started working, we headed down to Eula's, the best bakery in town. You're rubbing your belly. That's adorable. Ready?
You can't do two things at once.
I can't watch. Oh, so close. Did you nail it?
No, it went in my crotch.
nailed it! Where are we at?
Fajita Republic.
Nice outdoor seating, super spaced out. I love Mexico.
Fajita. Woo! Feel the heat. This is the chicken fajita. It comes with this little spread here. And then John has got his favorite chimichanga.
Yeah, I'm like a child. You know, I should probably change up. But look at that thing, it's enormous. And the meat is so tender. And thank God Carlene gets that because that's what I put on it. You should be ashamed of yourselves drinking all that.
That's your drink.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what do you got there, John?
This is a watermelon surprise, although there's nothing really surprising about it except for the part where you can't walk afterwards. I wish I could take credit for this awesome sandcastle, but instead we just get to share it with you. This is kind of an interesting rule. By the way, I was never good at following rules.
Picking out our bicycles for our bike ride. This one's not bad. Tires are good. Seat's too high. Seats don't really adjust. So that one's a no-go for me. That might work for John. That one, tire shit. That's terrible. Seat's too high. That's not gonna work for me. This one, definitely not gonna work. Ooh, but the bell works. That one is a good one. Look at that one has a new seat.
Yeah, winner.
Ooh, and it's squishy. Look at that.
Which number is that?
Number 11. That's gonna have my name on it.
Not lucky number 11.
I might have to get here early to get that one.
Yeah.
Amazing dinner at Alma. She does a great job because the food was so top notch. I should have been wearing a dress.
And you're underdressed?
I'm underdressed. I got shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But it's the mall.
Nice Mayan temple you have there.
Let's go inside.
Can we?
You walked up the spiral staircase,
Can I give it a go?
John?
I think so. I don't know. I always thought it was just a bathroom. So this whole thing is new to me.
A great view.
Our rusty steeds. Off to Bucerias.
And have breakfast.
Yeah. And hopefully, bikes don't fall apart. That always
Hopefully.
makes it exciting.
It does. It's happened.
It's happened. And it will happen again. Forgot the GoPro handle, so it's one-handed stabilization on this GoPro 9. It's freaking awesome. Trying to kill myself. I'm my favorite too.
The most challenging part to get to Bucerias, it's sand, and there's a big patch of it right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right, my turn.
My favorite, I always get huevos rancheros. It's delicious.
They're great.
It's delicious.
Yeah, they never let us down. Carlene, up the challenge. I'd have a mimosa, so we'll see if we're successful coming back.
Go for it, baby.
All right. Nice. We just found out there's a new road. What are we doing?
It's a new way.
This is the way. These are the hawks that they have at Paradise Village, and they keep all of the nuisance birds away because the nuisance birds are convinced that these guys are going to try to eat them, which I'm fine with. Paradise Plaza, here. This is basically like a mall.
But make sure you wipe your feet
It's a real thing.
because feet have COVID.
And like any good mall, there are kids doing TikTok videos. IRL. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
The tableside prepared guacamole was outstanding.
There's a bell.
There's a bell. What do you think? That's one good churro.
Ring the bell. I guess you get a mocktail. Last night in Puerto Vallarta. Beautiful sunset.